So welcome to one of our application development using Core UI.js, and I'm going to go ahead and open the folder. What I want to be doing is I want to be creating a user editing screen on the admin. So I have an admin and I'll be editing the users there. So the first thing is I want to change the menu. I'm just gonna find out where the menu is supposed to be. So this is the app.js. It loads the login, the register, and the home. So it's not there. Let me check the routes. The routes is going to have, nope, not here. Let's check the container. The container has a nav, so I'm guessing this would be it. I'm gonna open it up on Visual Studio, and yep, it's quite long. So it has a dashboard here at the top, then it has a theme, and then under the theme there are two menu items. Okay, so I'm just gonna change the name of the theme, see if it will reflect to user management, and let's refresh. What is this? Loading chunk failed. Okay, yep, so that's the file that I can edit. Let me just see if I can find any good icons here for the user. And there are three. I'm gonna make use of this, I guess. So this should be it, the oil drop. I'll change it to this, and then users list, and then here I'm going to have an add user. So I'll make use of, it's very similar, the follow and the plus, so I'm just going with the plus. There you go, and add user. There you go. Saved. It should refresh. There's the add user. This one did not take effect. So this one goes to theme, typography. This one goes to theme color. So I'm guessing that this is what's going to be. I'm just going to go to users and user list and users user add. Let's make it a little simple. I'll start the crude with what I'm doing. So if it's an add, like this. If it's a list, I'll do it like this. This should be a little easier to understand. It's strange that this didn't work, so let me just do an inspect. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna edit this and add an I class. Let's see if this is going to take effect. No, I got it wrong. Probably like this. Nope, it's not there. Let me just try the CLI user. No, so it doesn't read classes like this. Interesting. Guess I have to do a change like that instead. Let's see if this will take effect. Yep, So the user follow is valid, but the add is not. Quite weird though. Anyway, so I have the nav that I need. Everything else, I'm just gonna comment it out. Oh, there's a lot. Let's see, where's the end? So there's a nav divider, label warning, star, label info. Is this it? No. Danger, divider. Let me just comment this part out as I don't need it. That. Unterminated comment. That's weird. Calculator. Oh yeah. Okay. So commenting it out, and I'm left with the two. Okay, so user, add user, and so on. Okay, good. Let me just go to the components. Not there. Probably the views. Yep, it's the views, and there is a users. Interesting. So users. Huh. It's fancy. This is probably loading this. Definitely a view that's being loaded with the data. This is column user. Okay, so it's loading this one, as you can see. Default user. Now how do I, what happens if I rename this one? Will it still work? Oh no. So it's trying to look for a user.js. Interesting. So apparently there is something in the route that is, let's see. Yeah. So if the path is users, load the component users. And the component users would be loading user users. Okay, cool. So we know that we need to change the route as well. So after the nav, so if I click users, I want to go to list user. I want to show the list instead. So let me just, so these are all of the new routes that I want to make use of, and I'm gonna copy this, put it here, and there you go. And all of these paths, I guess I wouldn't need all of the other paths at the moment. Let me just comment out all of the different paths except the dashboard and the home. So okay, and then I will create a new path, and this path is obviously my users, and I will call it exact true name users. So I'm not really sure what this does, but let's try this users list, and let me just put users for the time being. Okay, so it can find users, list user. Oh, definitely moves to this one. Okay, that's quite clear there. Let me go back, views, users, and let me just create a file here. I'm just gonna do Control C, Control V, and I will call this list user. I'm gonna edit. It's grabbing some sort of a data, trying to make a match. Export default user. Okay, so I don't see a class here other than this. So I'm just gonna change it to list user and list user. I'm guessing there will be some sort of an error here because const. Okay, so const, there you go. If you notice, they all start with capital letters, so I'm guessing I need to start off with capital letters when it comes to the name of the classes as well, because it makes more sense. Everything is, yeah. So let me just comment this out as well. Bread toaster, where's the dashboard? There you go. So this one is being used, and nothing else. Okay, so there you go, and I'll comment these out. Let's save this. Okay, it's loading, and okay, so I got that. I'm gonna change this to capital because everyone uses capital here, so it makes more sense. Yeah, list user, there you go. Let's refresh. List user does not match the corresponding name in the disk list user JS. How is that? Oh, okay, so there you go. I should get some sort of a result back. It's still referring to a smaller case. Probably this one. 2. Oh, they're all small cases. So, did it make a difference? Oh, it made a difference. Okay. So if this is small, well, really didn't make any difference in terms of small. Probably it wasn't compiled properly. Okay, so we didn't make any difference here anyway. Everyone else has been doing it with small caps, so this one capital, yep. I have one users, yep, users, there you go, users list. Yep, users list, and the nav also says users list. Just want to check the header title. Okay, let me try to change the title as well. Probably container header, I guess. Header. So it's not in the header. Probably not the content. The content. Nope. Footer. Okay. Layout. here, not here, not here, not here, not here. Okay, so I don't see exactly where that is. Let me, so the index loads the store.js, nothing. The routes doesn't determine anything. Components, these are the ones I created, so it has to be the container. Oh, there you go. So there is something that's being exported. It's called the header. The header. Okay. Probably here, public. Okay, there you go. So there is something that's changing. I guess this is going to be the name of my application. Let's call it management project. This change, it did not make any. Oh yes, okay, cool. Okay, so we know where to change the title. So the list loads something like this, and I would need a table. So let me just find out the tables. Let's see how these tables look like. So this is my testing. Okay, so this should give me tables and tables. Find tables. There you go. Just want to make sure that I can see the table. So this is my testing again. There you go. Okay, so I'm doing my testing here to see the tables, and let's just save this, and let's look at what the URL was. Base tables. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna make use of one of these tables. It's inside the tables area. Nope. Views, base, tables. Okay, so this is how the tables look like. Combine all dark table, okay, and combine all table. So I would need this table. Combine all tables, so it's a row, there's another row. Okay, so this row is what I need in my list user. There's a row already, and let me just go here, paste this row. So I have two rows. Obviously this is going to be an error, yeah, because it's not enclosed in multiple. So I'm gonna make use of what this has done to enclose it inside a single tag. There we go. So apparently it doesn't see something. I'm gonna make use of this one. So user data. What is user data? Okay. So it's grabbing user data from the user data. That's interesting. So I already have user data. The fields. Okay, so there are some fields here. It's right under, just before the return, so should be part of this then. And then there's a get badge. So it's loading some sort of a badge. Well, I don't really need a, okay, this badge. So I don't need a badge at the moment. I'm just gonna remove this. C data table. C data table. Where is it? Okay, this one. Is there a C data table here? Okay, so it's an import from the core React. Okay, cool. Yep. Data table. So okay, so it's similar to this. I just need the data table, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. So I have the row, data table, column, header, body, C card. I don't need the badge. And I'm gonna remove this, save it, and I should get the table here in user list. Okay. Awesome. I obviously don't need the first row anymore. So let me remove this. And I don't need this as well. It's trying to read a parameter and show found or not found, so there's a match. List user. It's equal to empty, so empty. There is a table. These are the fields. Okay. And then let me rename this to users list. Name, registered role, and status. Okay. So that's saved. And yep, that solves that. Let me go to tables again. So okay. Well, that's our first step. So in our on our next episode, I will try to change this to a component where the component is going to be grabbing from a URL. And obviously the parsing and the processing is done here, so C data table. Okay, so that should be it for this episode. Join me again on my next episode. Like and subscribe so we can continue this application together.